exciting part about working on this production was getting to finally be able to bring Superman and Clark Kent to life. I got pretty close to it several times. I've gotten to wear the super suit on big major sets before, but this was the first time that I actually got to add my own flair to the character and get to be Clark Kent all in the process. It really was a trip being able to do this. I was a big fan of the title. I like that it not only does set it apart from just playing Superman, but I like the idea that it is more of a group of people because he didn't go into battle on himself. And after reading the script, I was happy that they're kind of giving it to everybody. Little Private Donnie was definitely part of the team, and Lois Lane, of course, and it kind of shows everybody is doing their part, and he couldn't have done it without him. I had worked with Donald before a couple different times, both on set and corresponding across country as I work out of Los Angeles and he is out of the St. Louis metro area. And we had worked well together. Our communication was always really good, and it was something that I was eager to do it. Whenever he said it was his first feature film, I was really happy for him. I've been pushing him to do that, and once the role became what it was, I was all for it. I'd happily go into battle with Donnie again, and I'm glad that we did it. This whole project from start to finish was very, very involved. It was really cool because they were already shooting while I was still in Los Angeles. We did all the table reads with me, doing it via Skype, and I met all the cast, and almost everybody I reached out to and spoke with on a personal level throughout Messenger and texting. And it was hard that I was so removed. They were already filming it. They filmed the teasers. I was at home filming my section of the teasers with my roommate Brook. He was certainly lending a big hand, helping me do that. I think every other interview was done in St. Louis, and I'm here in Los Angeles doing mine. And it's kind of hard whenever you do it, but it's a good thing that with technology we're able to do something like that. They were able to do all the fight coordinating without me there, the rehearsals, and then they were able to tape it, send it to me. I was able to take a look at it, every script rewrite. I got all the notes in my inbox immediately. So it's tough, and it can be frustrating at times whenever I feel like I'm not involved. But then it was really cool whenever I did get on set that we were able to we all already knew each other. Even though it was the first time I was meeting people face to face outside of Donald and a select few others. It was the first time I met a lot of people, but I felt like I already knew them. And from start to finish, there was so much of this cross-country correspondence that it made it a little difficult, but it was all worth it. The group out of St. Louis was amazing. Whenever you get that kind of passion from everybody just wants to be involved. Everybody's fans of the genre, just fans of film in general, and everybody's just there to help out. I mean, for being a small indie project, we had a lot of people there. We had a lot of helping hands. Just everybody was willing to do whatever, and it was really cool to finally get there and finally be a part of it. From the very first day that I got to set, we were at the World War II Commemorative Museum. We're shooting and all this cool stuff and literally putting on the costumes for the first time. And it was really exciting to get there and just be part of it, especially seeing all the footage that they had been doing. They did the teaser trailer, they did a lot of other things without me even there. And it was really cool to get there and just be a part of it. And everybody was just so warm and welcoming, and just everybody did a great job. The favorite scene for me would have to be when we were all finally in the room together and Superman got the injection. Spoiler alerts, by the way, if you hadn't seen it, just fast forward. And it was because we were finally all in the room together. I finally got to share the screen time with not only Lois and Private Callahan, who I spent most of my time with, but then I also got to be in it with all of the Nazis. I mean, between Dr. Gerhardt, Metallo, of course Hitler, And it was really cool. Even General Schultz was in the room. It was really cool that I finally we got to all be in the room together. And whenever that happens, it's just, we're all pushing each other to be our best. And that's whenever we got the epic monologue by Hitler. And I think he was feeding off of the rest of our energy. I think if he was in that room all by himself, and I don't think that it would have turned out as good as what it was. I enjoyed being brainwashed. I got to be having a moment with Lois. I got to throw people around me and I mean, there's just so much going on, and it was a scene that we really put a lot into. There's so many moving parts that it all came together, and it was a lot of fun to be part of. I knew that there was going to be a couple fight scenes in it, and a friend of mine, lifelong friend, Brock Ruma, he had made a post years ago on my Facebook saying something to the tune of, hey, if I could ever be in one of your movies, I'd do anything for it. And I'd actually already been working on it. And I told Donnie, I said, I got a guy that would be willing to do whatever. So if you got something for him, he would happily do it. So didn't tell him right away. I cleared it with Donnie first. And I was like, I think we got something. This poor guy, we put him in full makeup and full overcoat, this wool coat, and it's 110 degrees, and he's covered in makeup and the overcoat, and then we say, now we're gonna beat each other up for a full afternoon. And Brock is the biggest sweetheart, he's a big teddy bear of a guy. He kept saying, I don't wanna hurt you, I'm like, yeah, but they could see it if the punches don't land, so we gotta, really gotta, land some. And again, it was like wrestling a teddy bear. We made it look vicious, but he was so gentle and easy to work with, and he put in the hard work too. He went to every fight rehearsal, and this is a guy who's, he's not a spry young guy. He doesn't have the fighting experience. He doesn't have stage fighting and stunt experience. He's got all these kids at home and he runs his own business, yet he's taken up his free time to go learn how to pretend to be a new mutant Nazi that's gonna fight and get beat up by Superman. So that's a tough task to ask for somebody, but he was all for it. He's a great team player, and I'm really proud that he got to be a part of this. Because you want to do these projects with people that you like, and you want to do it with your friends. And whether you start off as friends before you do it, or a lot of times you don't know those people until you're actually working on set with them, and then you kind of develop this, this friendship. It almost feels like a family. And with Brock, I was really happy that he was able to be the mutant Nazi, because he is a lifelong friend, and I do consider him family. So now we're part of the film family too. And I still got the better of you, big boy. This is a movie that is not like the other Superman movies. This is, of course, it's a passion film. It is low budget, so you're not going to see all the big crazy effects. No buildings tumbling down, nothing like that. But we try to tell a good mainline story about the origins of where Superman came. We try to humanize him. He's not just indestructible. He's vulnerable. He's vulnerable because he's still not totally sure about his powers, and he needs to rely on the help of others and his friends, because they're all in this pickle together as they're over there in World War II battling Nazis. It's a lot of fun. Everybody brought their A game to it, and everybody put in so much passion, and we try to have fun with it. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll be amazed by some of the things that we did, and I hope you enjoy it.